Hello and welcome to Womb Talk. I'm your host, Elizabeth Vanderwalt, a holistic doula and a women's health coach, and the founder of Fruitful Wombdoula Services. Let me tell you that this space is for every woman who is walking the path of deeper healing. That is from seed to harvest or puberty to menopause, however you'd like to see it. Here we honor the full spectrum of womanhood. That is through story, nourishment, and sacred conversation. So let's settle in. Take a deep breath and begin. Okay, everyone, I am so excited about today's episode because it's a little bit of a passion project for mine. I was so fortunate last year to actually have like a sexual living kind of coach and to get that support that I need. It was something incredible, and I hope to actually get her on here, but every time we plan something, everything has fallen out of place. So I am seeing it as a sign from the universe. It will come when it shall. So, I want to talk to you today about sensual living on the daily and what this means. And again, I am not a sexual health coach, I'm nothing on those lines, but I have been kind of very deeply interested into it. And I really want to tell you that sensual living is not about sex, it is actually a devotion. It's not just a one-time ritual, it's about devoting yourself, your body, life that you show up for pleasure. And the one way that people have worded it, and I'm a author. I like all things, like into that stuff. So if you're listening, just know this is a little bit more R. So don't listen to it around maybe kids. But your life is gonna just become this huge, amazing erotic love story. And you're becoming a woman who radiates, who moves through the world with a magnetic force of nature. So, like with yoni steaming and stuff like that, you're opening yourself. You're open to receive, just no good, no bad, just ready to take what life has to show you. And with that, you become more seductive, magnetic, not because of what you wear, but it just is who you are as a state of being. And I am super, super excited on talking about this a little bit more. And it's just been something that I've been trying to be more passionate about. As I mentioned, I was able to go to two women's circles this year, and one of these women's circles, I actually did an erotic dance and movement. And a lot of what that came from was it was not me doing it for someone else. It was not me doing it for sex or orgasms or anything like that. It was doing it for myself and becoming aware of my body and every inch of it. So, yes, it involved touching myself. There was oil, there was like, you had to touch every square inch of yourself. And of course, everybody was able to choose what they were comfortable with and what they weren't. And I was only comfortable with just, my upper half being shown and really touching my belly and my arms. Because as a lot of people know, if you especially watch my videos or you see me, I am a heavier woman. And that has been one of the courses of my life since I was a young girl. And when I was in school, if you didn't know, I was homeschooled, but I was in school for a period. And during that period, there was a lot of bullying and emotional abuse that because my brain unfortunately takes way too much from what other people say to heart, it has taken its toll that I have for a long time and I've slowly become better with it. Dislike parts of myself because people have commented on it. And I'm claiming myself back. I'm not there for other people. I am just me. I am happy with how I look. I am who I am. And there is more to me than just my outer layer. So when I was part of this erotic dance, because I'm going off topic again, it was about really just being aware of my arms, the ones that, they lift me up. I'm able to hold things and carry stuff, and I'm able to type, and I'm able to do hand movements, and I'm able to wave at people, and they do so many wonderful things for me. And so there's no point on hating or disliking on it. You know what I mean? Because they do such wonderful things for me. And sure, they look a little different than some other people. So what? Doesn't matter. Then when part of this erotic dance, I was coming to like my belly, and I really wanted to like feel the curves, touch them, love them, and know how important they were. So, to begin with more of a sensual living, it becomes with a presence and a sensation. So, a lot of what comes down to is just opening yourself up for more feminine embodiment. And there's lots of people that do work in this field that teach how to do it. And I'm not trying to step on toes by explaining, I'm just explaining my love for this world a little bit by explaining some of what I know. And please, if I'm wrong, teach in the comments. Do tell me so I can, or come on my show because I really, really would love you to be here. So honestly, it's about your sensual energy touching everything. So it comes into my creativity. So it's like the passion projects I have. I love to make like clay earrings and stuff, and I'm trying to list them on my website in case people want to like get them. It comes into your relationship. So who I invite into my life, that is where my sensual energy touches things. And then it comes into, of course, your sex life. So just feel radiant. You can feel nourished and magnetically alive every single day. Not because you're chasing all these grand and amazing experiences, because you don't chase anymore. Just every day is becoming a moment of connection and openness to what is. And you stop pushing pleasure away because you feel you have to earn it or anything like that. You are pushing away the breakthroughs in your life because it wasn't a big deal. And you need to know that it is. Because sensuality isn't just about sexuality, it is a secret portal. So it becomes through your senses. So, like that erotic dance that I had done with Ashlyn, and I have to get her on here. She was amazing. It comes down to your touch. So, what do I touch? Can you really feel the things that you're touching? Like, is it soft? Is it firm? Like, just touch. What about taste? Have you actually sat down and tasted chocolate in a long time that just really let it melt in your mouth and feel and absorb everything that's happening? What about smell? Have you ever had just like a candle that isn't even lit, but you can smell the essential oil on it and you can, or whatever smells that they put in candles, but can you just smell it? And what about the sound? Can you hear the birds when you're outside? Can you hear the rustle of the wind? Can you just feel it? Ugh, I'm just thinking about it all. So exciting. And then your sight. What do you see around you? I'm seeing my webcam. I'm seeing a fly sitting on the webcam currently as I'm looking at it. I can see in the corner of my eyes my display that I have for you all to see. And so it becomes, you know, that you're more living, because a lot of what we are taught is that masculine overdrive is always about achieving, doing, and controlling. And we want to bring lightness to that heaviness. So we want to touch on the pleasure that is medicine, and you can feel your surroundings. Like if you really go outside and stick your feet on the earth, and you can feel the maybe the dew of the grass, and you can feel the wind brush past you. Maybe there's a bit of a chill, and so you get goosebumps on your skin. Feel and absorb every little moment of it. And all of that stuff really heals you. And that's why I bring it back to the women's circle. But with that women's circle, it was in nature. You're with women who care and are not these like stuck up people that are like so obsessed with that achieving, that doing and controlling that they're just like, let's have dinner together. Let's dance around the fire. Let's talk here about a story. Like I heard so many stories and it was so empowering and wonderful because as women in a whole outside of this, we are disconnected from everything. From our sensual energy, we are disconnected from ourselves, from other women. And so it just becomes more when you're living day to day, you want to see what is out there, because for us, sensuality as women is our nourishment. It's, nectar from our feminine bodies. And I can't edit, unfortunately, so I can't stick in that it's the nectar of her skin or something like that from this one Snow White movie. I can't remember when it came out, but it was so a little brain moment of change things. But when we do these things, it actually changes everything. And it's how we move through life, it's how we can relate to our work, how our relationships work. And I come back to that women's circle, you guys, but you gotta do one. You got to. And if you're in Saskatchewan, I could hook you up with some great ones. So, like, message me. Anyway, I just really wanted to tell you about this because it's kind of been a passion project about mine. Because I want to, some people, there's different names for it. Some people call it slower living, or, it's just about honoring ourselves in every way that it can be. So, the emotions that we have. Like, I know I'm hung up on it maybe too much, but seeing as um my grandmother passed away in February, and there are moments I just cry. And I'm like, that's okay. We are going to cry. If we need to cry, you are crying. It is okay. You don't have to try to force it down. If somebody asks about it, you can just tell them you're feeling. And so sometimes when I'm in the car and if I hear a song, it makes me think of her. I don't know why, automatically I'll think of her because she loved music and she loved dancing. And so there are moments when I do things that I just know she would have loved it. And so I feel the feeling and I allow it to come to me, because if I stuff it down and like, no, no, we cannot cry. We cannot do all these things. We cannot, then we are holding it in. And that makes us sicker. That makes us unable to live this life that is just to be lived, to listen to our body instead of overriding her. We're not computers to be alt tab deletes and resets and hard boots and whatever you like to say for technology, but we're just trying to reclaim our sacred and sensitive wild life that we can live. So if this kind of stuff interests you, I'd love to talk about it more and get more guest speakers on it because it's really a passion project of mine. And honestly, I just want everyone to sense that happiness that I've been getting since doing this. So if this interests you, do comment down below. I want to hear from you. And thank you so much for listening. I come back every Monday with another episode. So if you're new here, please do follow, subscribe, or keep an eye on us because we're always posting new content for you and with lots of upcoming updates in the new year to come. Okay, thank you so much. Peace, guys.